Let's build this API from scratch. We are starting with a folder with a README in it. We add a .gitignore. We make this a node project by adding a package.json file. We add a readmes folder for housing information about each step of this process. We install packages for the first time. That's why we see a package-lock.json file now. We are installing TypeScript packages. We will be installing many more packages as this proceeds. We configure the TypeScript compiler via the tsconfig.json file. We add a source folder for housing all of the application code. We add a .vs code folder. Right now it has a settings.json file in it. This is how we set up Prettier to auto-format our code. We add a nodemon.json file. This is how we set up our project to be compatible with nodemon and the VS Code debugger. We add a launch.json file. This is also for setting up our project to work with the VS Code debugger. We add all of the code for our authentication API. We next add a __tests__ folder. This is where all of the Jest tests will sit. We will not focus on Jest in this video, but Jest is cool too. It depends on what you're trying to do. Jest might be more appropriate, but I think for most people, Postman is going to be more intuitive and easier to pick up, which is why I have focused on it. We next add a DB module. This is where the DB connector will sit for storing data into MongoDB. The next step, it doesn't look like anything happened, but if we go into the package.json file, we see that we have installed Fastify cookie and Fastify JWT. These will power the authentication logic. We next add ESLint. This is a code linter or code cleaner. This will remove unused variables, remove unused imports, etc. We next add support for .env files. We then add the emails module. We will need to send emails for our authentication API, for example, verification emails or password reset emails. I am using Amazon SES for this. Next, we do some refactoring. Then we add the Postman folder. Inside of here, we will put the tests that we will build with the Postman GUI in the following section, or the following part 2. Next, we add some utility scripts for being able to run our Postman tests either in parallel or in sequence. And finally, in step 20, we add some documentation for how to do performance or benchmark testing. So hopefully that gives you a good feel of what you're looking at and what the code does and is.